Welcome to the presentation of WaaT, a web accessibility assessment tool for improving designers' experience in web applications. The main advantage of WaaT against existing tools such as Wave and Hera is that the latest W3C standard is adopted, namely the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0. Moreover, a plethora of assessment configurations is supported in order to meet the user needs. WaaT is a tool that provides users, such as developers, designers and testers, with the opportunity to evaluate the accessibility status of a web application according to the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 standard. Through the tool, designers and developers can be assisted on accessible software application development through relevant guidelines on accessibility constraints. Specifically, WaaT can detect accessibility violations and provide informative tips that will aid users in the correction of the detected errors and warnings. This is the graphical user interface of the application. The user is able to access the HTML source code of a web page or provide the URL of the web page to be examined. The HTTPS protocol is also supported. The user can access a single web page or an entire website. If a website is chosen, the maximum number of pages to be evaluated has to be defined. Two versions of assessment are available, a light version whose execution is pretty quick and a full version including also some time-consuming tests. User can define the assessment criteria for the specific web page. These criteria represent the options offered and are used for filtering the evaluation approaches to be used when performing the assessment. This way, a personalized accessibility assessment is achieved. WaaT has implemented a number of tests called approaches in a very precise way so that no deviation exists between the implemented tests and the proposed techniques and success criteria of the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 standard. WaaT supports two evaluation methodologies. The first method supports the manual selection of all or some of the supported approaches implemented for each of the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 standard success criterion. After defining the assessment criteria, the user can continue to the assessment procedure of the specific web page. When the assessment is completed, the evaluation results are presented to the user. The results provide detailed information concerning the number of the identified errors and warnings. Details regarding the line where each error appears in the source code and tips for the correction of the errors are provided. The returned warnings need further manual investigation by the user. The user can mark a warning as an error or ignore it. The assessment results are also available in PDF format. Moreover, the assessment results are available in a ARL format. A ARL is a machine-readable format that serves to the exchange of evaluation results between web accessibility evaluation tools. As an additional evaluation method, the harmonized methodology defined within the premises of the Accessible FP7 project is being supported by the tool. The user can select the preferable standard, impairment, disability, assistive technology, or functional limitation. Then, the tool maps the selections of the user to the success criteria of the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 standard and consequently to the appropriate supported approaches. Moreover, the selection of personas is supported. These personas are developed to reflect the impairments as well as combination of impairments which are met more often. Thus, having already determined the impairments of each persona, the tool can perform an assessment that focuses on the specific persona. WaaT supports the Aegis-based personas defined in the premises of the Aegis FP7 project and the accessible-based personas defined in the premises of the Accessible FP7 project. This concludes the presentation of WaaT, a web accessibility assessment tool.